All right, let's talk OSCP. If you're here, you probably know it's one of the toughest, most respected certifications in cybersecurity. You've probably also felt that sense of chaos. Well, today, we're laying out a blueprint to turn that chaos into a certification. This is your structured plan for the win. Let's dive in. Does this sound familiar? You've just spent hours, you've finally rooted a box, you have that aha moment, but you still feel like you're no closer to being ready for the actual exam. This exact question is the starting point for so many people. It's that feeling of being totally lost in a sea of labs and late nights. And it's exactly where our journey to a real, structured plan begins. So what's the real difference between passing and failing? Well, the author of this plan paints a perfect picture. The first attempt, a total movie marathon, all-nighters, tons of caffeine, and notes that, let's be honest, look like a ransom letter. The second, successful attempt, it was a system, scheduled, repeatable, and methodical. The key takeaway here is huge. It wasn't about getting smarter overnight, it was about completely changing the approach. So, here's our game plan for this explainer. First, we're going to dig into why this exam feels so impossible in the first place. Then, we'll reveal the secret, which is all about the system. After that, we'll walk through the entire 90-day blueprint and the 9 tactics that make it work. We'll do a quick reality check on time and money, and we'll wrap up with a simple action you can take in the next 15 minutes to get started. Okay, first things first, let's just acknowledge the struggle. It's real. We're talking about those late-night lab sessions where you just hit a wall, those messy, disorganized notes we just mentioned, and of course, that sinking feeling during the exam when time just melts away while you're stuck down some rabbit hole. You're not alone if you felt this. Pretty much everyone does. And that feeling brings us to the most important mindset shift you need to make. If the OSCP feels impossible, I'm here to tell you it's not a problem with your brain. It's not about your technical skills. It's a problem with your workflow. In this quote right here, this is everything. This is the moment it all clicks. The second you stop doubting yourself and start building a process you can trust, the goal becomes achievable. It's about having a routine that works even when you're tired, frustrated, and feeling stuck. You trust the system, not your mood. Okay, so how do we actually build this system? Let's get into the nitty-gritty. This is the high-level structure, the blueprint, that's going to take that feeling of chaos and turn it into a clear, step-by-step path forward. We're breaking the whole 90-day journey into 3 clear phases. Phase 1, the first 30 days, is all about laying a solid foundation and, crucially, building a disciplined note-taking system. Phase 2, the next 30 days, is when you really dive deep into the labs and tackle the tricky stuff like buffer overflows. And finally, phase 3, the last 30 days, is all about rehearsal, running full-blown exam simulations until it feels like second nature. But before you jump in, let's do a quick, honest gut check. Is this 90-day plan right for you right now? Can you really commit about 15 hours a week? Can you swing the budget, which is around $2,000? Do you have the basics of Linux and networking down? And maybe most importantly, are you willing to fail, document it, and learn from it? If you can say yes to most of these, then yeah, a 90-day sprint is totally realistic. If not, no big deal. Stretching it out to 6 months is a much smarter play. All right, now for the secret sauce. This isn't about memorizing 1,000 obscure commands. This is about the 9 specific behaviors that really separate the people who pass from those who don't. These are the tactics that actually move the needle. Let's run through the first 3, quickfire style. Number 1, timebox everything. Set a 2-hour timer for any single machine. If you're getting nowhere, you move on. This one habit can save your entire exam. 2, screenshot like a lawyer. Seriously, document every single meaningful step. Future you, tired and writing the report at 3 a.m.? Well, thank you. And 3, use a tiny cheat sheet for your go-to commands. This isn't about brain dumping everything. It's about saving mental energy on the basics. Moving on, tactic 4. Practice on targets that feel like the real exam. This prevents that culture shock on the big day. 5, respect your brain's battery. As the author perfectly puts it, this is what keeps you from having that "it's 4 a.m., why am I crying in an Nmap scan" moment. And number 6, and this one is huge, fail in front of other people. Join a small study group. Nothing forces you to clean up your process like having to share your messy notes with a friend. And the last 3 tactics. Number 7. Write a quick micro-report after every single box you complete. This turns report writing into a reflex, not a final boss battle. 8, train your let-it-go muscle. On the real exam, the author chose to abandon one box to save time and energy for others. It's strategic. And finally, 9, simulate the 24-hour exam rhythm. I mean, exactly. Same start time, same food, same breaks. You want exam day to feel like just another Tuesday. So when you boil it all down, all 9 of those tactics point to this one central truth. Most people don't fail the OSCP because they aren't smart enough or skilled enough. They fail because they run out of time and they burn out. This exam is as much a test of managing yourself as it is a test of managing machines. Okay, let's talk logistics for a second. The OSCP is a serious commitment, and you gotta treat it like one. That means having a real, honest-to-goodness budget for both your time and your money. So first, time. Let's just put a number on it. To do this right, you should plan on dedicating somewhere between 260 and 300 hours of focused work. That's labs, studying, and mock exams. Yeah, it's a big number, but knowing it up front is half the battle. And then there's the money. Looking at 2025 prices, you're seeing the course and cert bundle coming in around $1,700. Then you have other options, like the annual Learn One subscription, and you gotta factor in a potential retake. Now, these are just ballpark figures, so definitely check the official OffSec site, but it gives you a clear idea of what to budget for. So, knowing the time and money realities, you basically have 2 main paths. There's the 90-day crash plan, which is pretty intense at 18 to 25 hours a week. That's great if you've got some experience, but if you're changing careers or juggling a lot of life stuff, the 6-month smoother timeline is way more sustainable at 8 to 12 hours a week. Be honest with yourself and pick the path that actually fits your life.
We've covered the why, the what, and the how, but a plan is just a piece of paper, or, a video, until you act on it. This final part is all about turning this strategy into action, right now.
Here are 3 simple things you can do in the next 15 minutes. Seriously. Number 1, pick your timeline, 90 days or 6 months. Just make the decision. Number 2, open your calendar right now and block out 3 non-negotiable study sessions for this week. And number 3, choose the one specific lab or box you're going to start tonight. Don't overthink it, just pick one. And let's end on this. This is such a powerful thought. The past didn't happen because of some overnight transformation into a super hacker. It happened because, for 90 days, the goal was treated like a serious professional commitment, not just a wish or a dream. It's all about the process.
So there you have it. You have the complete blueprint, from the big picture phases right down to the daily tactics. The planning part is done. The only question left is the one you see right here. What's the first box you're going to start tonight?